What does Jerry mean by this?
Well, am I going to be the official Jerry translator for this show?
Yes, you are.
Well, here's the translation. Why now, Jerry? Why? Why Dak friendly now? I don't understand what's changed right now that this is when you go about making the Dallas Cowboys offense Dak friendly. If we recognize that the Dallas Cowboy offense wasn't Dak friendly, why did we wait till now to make a change? One might think, going into their sophomore year, when you know that the future of the team is going to be laid upon this young man's shoulders, that might be the time. Or if not then, maybe in the middle of the season when it's clear that running the same 5 plays out there over and over again isn't working. Or I got another idea. How about during the middle of the Atlanta Falcons game when Chaz Green is getting lit up for his 5th sack, that you might think about that time, maybe we should adjust this. Maybe we should make a change. Maybe make this idea a little more Dak-friendly. Keep it on his feet instead of his back. I have no idea. I know what Dak-friendly means. It means protect him, perhaps vary the playbook, as you just heard Jerry Jones say. You want to know what it really might mean? It might mean moving on from Dez Bryant. It might mean some really significant things. But for most of it, I think the main question is, what took so long? Why make something Dak-friendly after it fails? The mark of good organizations is seeing it before it comes. And as much as it pains me to admit this, you might take a lesson from the Philadelphia Eagles, who lose their left tackle, their middle linebacker, their quarterback, and keep winning. There must have been something friendly about the Philadelphia Eagles for Nick Foles to step in and do what he did. And you might do it before failure. What are you laughing at?
Max, let me handle this for a second. I want America to take a good, hard, long look at Will Kane, who looks like a straight phony right now, coming on national television trying to pretend he's upset. He doesn't know why Jerry Jones picks now. You know good and damn well why he's doing this right now. Because it's Super Bowl week, your Cowboys ain't in it, as usual, and once again, he wants to steal headlines. He wants to find a way to keep his Cowboys relevant, and they can't do it on the damn field, so he's got to make sure he does something off it. It's Super Bowl. The next game, not the Pro Bowl, because we don't care about that. The next real game is the Super Bowl, which means we should have no reason whatsoever to be talking about the Cowboys. But Will Kane is going to sit up here, eyebrows narrow, trying to look like the unibrow Anthony Davis, like he's all upset and everything like that, knowing good and damn well exactly what Jerry Jones is doing. Jerry Jones is doing what your Cowboys always do. Steal headlines for something other than on the field. You got Dez Bryant. That was an issue the other day.
Excuse me
we
for
all
a
know
moment.
He ain't worth
Excuse
14,
me.
We all know he's not worth $14 million a year.
Listen.
We all know that the line wasn't what it was. Ezekiel Elliott was out last year. You don't even have a viable number 2 receiver. Jason Witten looks slower than a snail right now.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. What are you talking about?
Who expects anything from Dez Bryant? Dak Prescott. Nobody should expect anything from Dak because last year he had nothing but drama to work with. No one knows this better than Will Kane.
So
to sit up here and say, oh, my Lord, Jerry Jones, why are you doing this now, Jerry? Why are you doing this now, Jerry? You know exactly why he's doing it. Because y'all care about headlines, not winning.
Max, can I have 30 seconds before we get to your laughter real quick? Because
to the distinguished gentleman from New York, actually.
Well, because when accusations of phony get lobbed around, I tend to get, my blood up a little bit. So let's just pull back the curtains a little bit. I think I can use some of your own words against you, Mr. Smith. It's this. Who runs this show? Who's in charge of this show? Whose show is this? You remind me and Max of that on various occasions. So when you say, what are you doing out here, Will Kane, talking about Jerry Jones trying to steal headlines? We're out here because you want to talk about this. We're out here because the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, Jerry Jones didn't do this so that Stephen A. Smith will talk about it on First Take. The world wants.
Excuse me.
I
did it because we needed something relevant for you to talk about. Because you got nothing else to say. This is your argument. That's why I did it.
You know what? Strike that.
If we really want to get raw with it.
The world needs the Dallas Cowboys. The fact that Jerry Jones is just now saying this is a problem.
Are you going to watch the Super Bowl, Will? Are you going to watch the Super Bowl, Will? Because Dallas ain't playing. You going to watch the Super Bowl?
Oh, don't you try ratings on me. Don't you try ratings on me. You'll lose it every day and twice on Sundays.
Please, I'm waiting for you to win. I think I'm worried about you. You got to be crazy. You got to be crazy.
What's up, Max? You sound the distinguished gentleman from New York.
I'll be back. I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
Go ahead, Max.
You sound like a Scooby-Doo villain when it comes to Jerry Jones, and you kind of make Stephen A's point.
What?
We would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for that meddling owner. I mean, yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean, and you're making his point. You're like, Jerry Jones, why are you saying this now? Why wasn't it? In other words, we have enough to do it. We really could be a championship team if only not for that meddling. Why didn't he meddle sooner or later or do something different? Why didn't he? Right. Listen, of course you need to change the offense for Dak Prescott. He's a new quarterback. So you should base your offense around him if you believe he's a franchise quarterback. And I do think that. It's not just when the play breaks down, he's going to scramble. Give him a read option and, offense. Let him use his legs as a threat to make and run, not only to pick up downs and pick up yards, but to make his throwing more of a threat, right? Think of Colin Kaepernick when he was a great quarterback briefly for the Niners and got him to the Super Bowl. In other words, you change the whole thing for the new guy. The fact that it took them this long is maybe an example of the fact that it's a franchise that's not run too well. It seems to be what you're copping to. But that, in fact, is Stephen A's point, that Jerry Jones inhibits Cowboys championships.
No, that's not his point.
You sound to be copping to that.
It's not even your point. It's not Stephen A's point. It's not even your point. See, the reason I win on this show is because I listen. And in the course of about a minute span, the course of a minute span, Max, you contradicted yourself. You said, echoing what Stephen A just said, the reason Jerry's saying this today is because he wants to be in headlines because Cowboys aren't playing for the Super Bowl.
Hey, that's a good Bill Clinton imitation.
I didn't say that.
You sound like Bill Clinton there.
He said it.
You sound just like Bill Clinton.
Then you Scooby-Dooed it. He said it, then you Scooby-Dooed it.